Welcome to this explainer. Look, if you're a runner, you already know summer isn't just a different season, it's practically an entirely different sport. Today, we're diving straight into the biological realities of running in the heat. We've pulled together some incredible insights from running coach Adolfo Salgueiro, plus hard medical data from both the Cleveland Clinic and the Mayo Clinic to build you the ultimate summer survival guide. We're going to look right under the hood and see exactly what happens to your body when you push it in extreme temperatures.
So here's our roadmap for today. We're hitting 4 main stops. First, the brutal summer reality. Then, the crucial difference between heat exhaustion and heat stroke. Next, the very real danger of overhydration. And finally, our non-negotiable rules for summer survival. Let's get into it.
Part 1, the brutal summer reality. Because you really only have 2 choices here. You either adjust or you hibernate.
When that weather gets undeniably terribly hot and muggy, you've got to make a choice. Modify your routine or just pack away those running shoes until fall. Coach Adolfo Salgueiro really hit the nail on the head here. He said the line between toughness and doing something stupid is very thin. And wow, isn't that the truth? In running culture, we always get this push, right? Just grind through the pain, be tough. But pushing through dangerously hot weather, that's not a badge of honor. Honestly, it's just a fast track to a severe injury.
And hey, before we even talk about the heat, we have to talk about the humidity. Humidity alone fundamentally alters the physics of your run. Think about it. When it's humid out, the air literally feels thicker, like you're trying to run through soup. That means hitting your normal, comfortable speed is going to require way more effort. You aren't just running. Your body is fighting a completely different atmosphere.
Now, why does it feel so impossibly hard? Well, it comes down to basic biology. Human blood is about 92% water. So as your body tries to cool off by sweating, it's basically sucking water right out of your bloodstream. What happens then? Your blood physically gets thicker. It's like your heart is trying to pump syrup instead of water. Your heart has to work so much harder just to circulate it through your system. No wonder you feel totally exhausted.
Moving on to part 2, heat exhaustion versus heat stroke. You absolutely must know how to recognize these symptoms.
The absolutely vital thing to understand here is the stark contrast between the two. With heat exhaustion, your core temperature is starting to lose the battle. You might get cool, moist skin with goosebumps, heavy sweating, a weak, rapid pulse, dizziness, and cramps. If you feel this, you need to stop and hydrate immediately. Because if you push through, it escalates to heat stroke. And notice the terrifying shift in symptoms here. Your sweating alters, or it just stops completely. Your skin turns hot, red, and dry. Your heart starts racing, and you start getting mentally confused. Coach Salgueiro actually shared a story about a close friend who ended up in the hospital with heat stroke. Her family was literally told to make final preparations. It was an absolute miracle that she survived. That is exactly how serious this is.
If your core body temperature hits a critical threshold of 104 degrees Fahrenheit, that's 40 degrees Celsius, you are officially in heat stroke territory. This is a life-threatening medical emergency. At this temperature, your brain, your heart, your kidneys, and your muscles start sustaining rapid, severe, and potentially fatal damage. And every single minute treatment is delayed, that damage just compounds.
Which brings us to part 3, the overhydration danger. Because believe it or not, drinking too much water can actually be deadly.
The Cleveland Clinic highlights a condition called hyponatremia. Essentially, it's a super dangerous imbalance where an excess of water ends up diluting the sodium in your blood. Your body desperately needs that exact right balance of water and salt to function properly. So if you're out there chugging plain water, especially while you're sweating out your electrolytes on a long, hot run, your blood sodium levels can plummet dangerously low.
When that sodium drops, water rushes into your cells, and your tissues actually start to swell up. And if that swelling happens in your brain, well, you are looking at a terrifying cascade of symptoms. We're talking lethargy, severe headaches, nausea, mental confusion, seizures, and even a potential coma. Now here's the really tricky part. Notice how those early signs like muscle cramps and nausea sound exactly like heat exhaustion? They can be so easily confused. This is exactly why knowing your biology is crucial. Your body is biologically designed to lose some fluids as you run. You really don't need to frantically replace every single drop of sweat the moment you lose it.
Okay, let's get practical. Part 4, rules for summer survival. Consider this your safe training toolkit.
These 5 steps are your ultimate survival checklist for the summer months. Step 1, know the biology we just went over. Respect it. Step 2, adjust your run times. You've got to aim for the coolest parts of the day, meaning before the sun comes up or well after it sets. Oh, and here's a brilliant little hack for you. Keep your running shirt and hat in the freezer and throw them on right before you step out the door. It feels amazing. Step 3, slow down. Seriously, completely ignore those flashy Instagram speeds and don't worry about what the fast people are doing. Use the summer specifically for safe, low-effort base building. Step 4, hydrate 24/7. Keep sipping throughout the day but avoid overindulging in plain water mid-run to dodge that hyponatremia risk. And Step 5, constantly beware of those medical signs of heat exhaustion. If you feel them creeping up, stop. Just stop.
I want to leave you with one final thought to wrap up our explainer today. Ask yourself right now, are you training for survival or are you just training for performance? Keep in mind your fall and spring personal records. Those are built safely during the hot summer months. But there are no medals or podiums handed out for a Tuesday training run. Ultimately, you have to prioritize living to run another day. So be smart out there, dial back those expectations, and deeply respect the biological reality of the summer heat. So, what's your next run going to look like?